Hello everyone, Big Sloss here, going to talk about Halo Campaign Evolved and its announcement this past weekend and my reaction to it. I have a long history playing the Halo games, and I started with Halo Combat Evolved, although when I was younger at the time, I wanted to play Halo Reach first because, I was a young kid and I only cared about graphics, But I am glad I started with Halo CE because it really gave me a love for this franchise, and I got to start where Halo all started. I saw the trailer over the past weekend, and it split the community in the middle. And there's a lot of people who are excited, there's people who are upset or disappointed, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion right in the beginning of the video. That way you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. But I would encourage you to watch it. As always, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe if you enjoy the video, or add a comment if you like to add. I do stutter a lot in this video, and I am so sorry. I am not using a script, and when I don't use a script, everything just kind of falls to the wayside. I just wanted to kind of get my initial thoughts out there and keep them slightly unfiltered, so I hope you guys enjoy, and sorry for the rambunctiousness of it. This game, or let me rephrase this, Halo Campaign Evolved, it looks like a game that is fun to play, but this isn't the game we need right now. Now, if it was a Halo 3 anniversary, maybe it would get a little bit more sympathy from me, because Halo 3 never got an anniversary title, and so I feel like that game in particular has been more left in the past versus Halo CE, because it already got an anniversary title, even though some people don't like the high contrast look that it has, and I kind of understand that. But it just feels like history is repeating itself right now. When 343 took the reins of the Halo moniker, they started with Halo Anniversary. Now, I'm not 100% sure if Halo Anniversary was worked on entirely by 343 or if they got another studio to help make it while they were working on Halo 4. I'm not 100% sure on the history. But Halo Anniversary was the first title people played that had the 343 logo on it. And recently, 343 rebranded to the Halo team, and that's an expensive move. Rebranding is an expensive thing to do for any company. And I guess they rebranded because they think 343 has a bad association with it because of its performance with the Halo franchise. But the team is still the same, and the team is still making the same mistakes. We're repeating history right here. We're going back. Halo team is trying to prove its worth by making a Halo Anniversary again. What we need right now is more new Halo games, or expansion on Halo Infinite. This is where I'll talk about some of my frustrations with Halo Infinite just a little bit here, because Halo Infinite was advertised as a 10-year Halo game. It was supposed to last 10 years, and they were going to continually add new content to it in the campaign, in the multiplayer, yada yada yada, that kind of thing. But when Halo Anniversary came out, people celebrated its newness, its return to the old art style, and its open world aesthetic. But people gave it some fair criticism too, with all the environments look the same. It has the same problem that Halo Campaign Evolved has, and we're going to talk about it. Everything looks clean and pristine, everything's shiny. There's no age to anything. But after it received its fair share of praise and its fair share of criticism, 343 just decided to give up on their project. Microsoft laid off a bunch of staff, including most of 343's campaign development staff, so there was no new campaign content ever going to come out. So again, just like with Halo 5 Guardians, this entire story that was building up is just gone now. And, you know, later down the line, the multiplayer team did kind of step up. They introduced Firefight and they had a bunch of fun stuff. And it's still a fun game, at least I think so. But 343 just kind of gave up on this whole 10-year plan and just gave up on the campaign content anyway. And it just seems like they haven't really learned anything. And now Halo Campaign Evolved is coming out, and I'm nervous it's going to be the same story. You know, I want this game to succeed, and it looks fun, but I'm noticing some things that makes me concerned. You know, in the comments of this gameplay video that you're seeing right here, a lot of people were talking about they can see the stuttering of Unreal Engine 5, so that's going to be a big concern for people. What's the performance going to be like? My concern with the artistic side of things is, why does everything look shiny and clean? It doesn't make sense that this whole game looks sanitary, because think about the story. This is about the remaining survivors of a military group getting stranded on a forgotten ring world, fighting off their alien enemies and then alien zombies in the future. Why is everything so clean? This is a forgotten ring world. Everything should be dusty, rustic. Everything should show some kind of age. Are the Sentinels working overtime to keep things spotless and we just don't see them? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Why? And it's not even just the environment either. The UNSC weapons in these video footage are all clean. You know, the Warthog is clean. The pistol is pristine. There's no natural wear and tear on any of these items. And that's kind of like one of the first rules of, you know, prop design, character design, environment design. Whenever you're creating a design for a game or a film, you have to make something look lived in. You have to make the world look lived in. You have to make the items have natural wear and tear to show that people use it. And it's just not in Halo Campaign Evolved. I mean, I'm playing Combat Evolved right now, and you can see, you know, this is the anniversary graphic, so it has that high contrast. Everything also kind of looks clean in this game, but the AR has, you know, some scuff marks on it. But when we go back to the Halo Campaign Evolved graphics, you're also going to see just how clean everything turns into. You know, Halo Campaign Evolved also had some Halo Combat Evolved. These names are going to kill me. The anniversary title for Combat Evolved also had issues with the character models, like these elites right here. They're the Buffy swole Halo Reach elites, but they're on the OG skinnier Halo Combat Evolved models. So their rigging isn't as good. Alright, and so now we're back to Halo Campaign Evolved. I'm trying to keep up with my video switches. But look how clean everything is. Look how shiny the pistol is. Like, what is this? Look how shiny the hunter is. No scuff marks on that armor whatsoever. Can I also say, I'm not really a fan of the health system in this game. Because it was always fun when you had 1 bar of health left and you're in a tense situation and you're trying not to lose your shield. And that's just not going to be in this version. It's regenerating health. And I can see the fog of Unreal Engine 5. You know, I play Bolt Gun, and I'm pretty sure Bolt Gun is also in the Unreal Engine. And it has a lot of like fog. And you can see it in this too. There's so much fog. And it's not necessary, but I guess it makes things look somewhat mysterious. They have this thing, 343 also has this thing where they add a lot of detail to Forerunner structures when Bungie kept it really simple. Simple shapes, simple structures, and then 343 just adds all these little intricate crevices and designs in those simple shapes. You know, over design isn't necessarily bad design, but it doesn't look as appealing as the simple structures of 2001. And, you know, parts like this, it still looks fun to play. It's just, it's not what we need right now. If they made a Halo Infinite 2 with a wider range of, sorry, I'm stuttering here. This is what happens when I don't have a script, by the way. I'm trying to just rattle off. But if they made a Halo Infinite 2 that had, you know, different range of environments, so not everything was just foresty, not everything was just a Forerunner environment, not everything was just a Banished environment, because those were the 3 types of environments in the first Halo Infinite. If they added some desert areas or some snowy areas, like Assault on the Control Room, that's such a good level. If they added all of these different things to a Halo Infinite sequel, I think it would be a lot better than just remaking the first Halo again. And I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen. You know, I want the Halo team to succeed. I like the Halo games. I want to see them do well. But they're kind of repeating this cycle of remaking the first Halo game, and then they're going to use, I guess, the reaction on this game to see if they should pursue working with Halo anymore. And I kind of want this to turn out one of 2 ways. One, and this is my more preferred way, I want the Halo game to do really well. I want it to sell well. I want it to perform well. I want it to have no issues at launch. I want people to enjoy this game. And that's the dream. That's what I want to happen. That's what I want the Halo team to have happen. I want them to suffer from success. But the best worst case scenario that I would also want to happen, and I really don't want this to happen, but if it has to happen, I would prefer it happen like this. This game performs so terribly that they just stop making Halo games altogether. It's not beneficial for them. It's not successful for them, and they just stop and they just let the Halo brand rest. I don't want that to happen, but if it has to happen that way, I would prefer that's how it goes down. Instead of, you know, beating the dead horse even more dead. But that's my thoughts on this game. I really want it to do well. I don't know what's going to happen in the future of Halo. I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope you all stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.